This is the Milo Beasley Show. This is the Milo Beasley Show. There's only one thing you need to know. This is the Milo Beasley Show. And now, here's your host, Milo Beasley.
And welcome to the Milo Beasley Show. I'm here today. Sorry, a little bit of a lost voice. All three of us just got done wrestling, but not in the same match.
No.
I'm hanging out here with The End, Parrow and Odinson. How you guys doing, man?
Good, man. Doing real good.
Yeah, actually, you guys defended not an FI.
Stop you for a second.
Yes.
I want to let everybody know how long it took me to get on this show. I was an actual seat and a tree on his original shows. I want everybody to know that. It took us changing us for me to invite on this show. Just say it.
No,
it's okay.
No,
it's okay. You can go now. I just want to put that out there. That I was a seat in the first couple episodes. I was a refrigerator. I was a tree. But I never got an interview until now.
And now here we are, 223 episodes later.
It's literally been 223 episodes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Okay, this took a turn. So we're hanging out here on Mills Ave. Not an FIP show, but you guys defended your FIP Tag Team Championships today.
Yeah, we're the company's only fighting champions, actually.
Well, I mean, you did fight another champion tonight. But it was in a tag match, so he couldn't defend his title.
Oh, true. That's right.
Yeah, so he did fight. But so you guys.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
So obviously, Parrow, I've known you for many years now.
Yes.
And Odinson, I've met you, but we've never really hung out. So the whole dynamic of you changing your character and to what it is now and teaming with Odinson, I'm intrigued by it. So could you give me just for those who don't know and for those who might are those old school Orlando fans who really might know you as Mikey who don't understand the transition, how did Mikey become Parrow?
Well, when I first started wrestling, I was terrible. I was really bad. And I needed a way to be able to wrestle on the indies and be able to learn and protect myself out there. So I created a character that was comedy based, and I was able to wrestle everybody. And through that, I was able to learn different techniques and different ways to wrestle and what's good, what's bad, what's funny, what's not funny. And it really helped me grow. As we all know, my personal struggle has been well documented by this point. And about this year, I came out to the wrestle world that I am openly gay. And when I changed my character to the Parrow, I had just started at FIP managing. I was walking Drennan to the ring, and I met Odinson. And me and him clicked right away, and we kind of always felt like we're either going to fight each other for the rest of our lives or be a team. And the opportunity came up in FIP to randomly I needed a tag partner. He was there. Our first night tagging, and we've never stopped tagging since.
What was your first impression? What was your first impression?
Well, I didn't know that.
Why are you laughing?
I didn't know the Mikey character. No, I never met the Mikey character. I think literally it was the first time you came in as Drennan's bodyguard. So he had a suit, pants. Drennan even had those overall like Brendan Fraser had in The Mummy.
He was going on an adventure, bro. It was awesome. I always felt like I'm going on an adventure. We're gonna find treasure at FIP. It was amazing.
Yeah, so that was my first impression. I'm just like, who is this guy? And the first thing he did was powerbombed a dude into the crowd on 7 other people, and everyone just tumbled.
How would you do that?
Oh, that's cool.
Well, it was fun, and I grew up in the Northeast, and of course ECW was a very late night show where I came from. So I grew up with that kind of style of wrestling, and I kind of wanted to bring something back to FIP that was different from Evolve, something that separated us from their sportsman-like wrestling to our gritty violence. Because, no offense, I'm a terrible technical wrestler. He is a terrible.
I don't enjoy it. I can.
What do you like? Hold on.
I can get pretty technical, all right?
Odison's I don't enjoy it, and he's a terrible wrestler. What the?
I just don't like technical wrestling, all right? I would rather just beat the hell out of
Okay, I don't see him grabbing a snap mirror and then holding it there.
Exactly, because I don't. I don't want to do it.
So
I can.
One thing I do want to talk about, again, gritty violence. You have recently accepted an invitation to go to All Japan to take place in their tag league, their tag team tournament.
Yep.
How did that come about? Was it a phone call, email? Was it a Facebook message?
Actually, it was a series of random events, because that's what wrestling really is, a series of random events. It is never how you plan it, it's never how you think. If you think you're planning something, it's never going to go that way.
It's just taking advantage of the opportunities that come about. That's what it is.
And our uniqueness as a team got us that invitation. Oh, I got a phone call. I am the most popular person ever.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn that. I'm going to turn that off.
Who is it?
It's my husband. I'm being interviewed. I'm only doing this now because I was a tree on your first show.
Yes.
I could talk. I'll call you back.
Just edit that out.
So, keep it.
We never edit.
So, anyways, back to the story is we do unique violence. We don't do violence like everybody else.
Right.
We try to be creative with what we do. And they saw us WrestleMania weekend, and we're interested about what we do. And we kept in touch back and forth. They wanted to know what we were doing, and we just kept taking opportunity after opportunity and expanding on it. Now, did we believe it was going to happen? No, but at the same token, that's wrestling, and we're the
What is it? Believe none of what you see and half of what you hear.
Yes.
Or
Yep.
Was it the other way? Yes, that's it.
And so we're the first team since first American team since 2011 to be invited to be part of this tournament. So
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
And some of the names that you guys will be facing over there, I'm going to tell you right now. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but Ryuji Sai, he was one of my trainers in 01. He will stretch you all day and all night and laugh. And there will be nothing you can do about it. Tajiri you'll be facing Tajiri.
Tajiri.
Who's taking the mist? I mean, let's be right there. Who's taking?
I'm not trying to get blinded.
I'm not trying to have.
It's going to happen. So
there's probably a good possibility that there will be some mist.
Yes.
Hopefully, it's in somebody else's face besides ours.
Hopefully, it's there's going to be a ton.
We're going
of
to try and avoid that one.
Yeah, you guys are over there for what, like a month, almost like a month, right?
Yeah.
And you're over there for a month and have 82 matches, I think is what I saw.
Pretty much.
It's going to feel like it.
We wrestle almost every day. Our only days off are days we travel. So it's a test not only for us but for them. They have not seen anything like us since 2011.
Yeah.
So I look at it as an opportunity to expose them to more American wrestling and show them what we can do.
Which is a different
bring
style.
some of them back.
Wrestling.
Some of my friends. Daisuke Sakimoto. I mean, I'm sure you're familiar.
That's my hero, man.
An absolute
that WrestleMania
beast. He is literally
dude.
This wide. He is this wide.
That WrestleMania weekend, I lifted with him.
I beat him.
When was this?
2002.
When was this? I'm going to ask him about this.
He was a young boy.
We just want to go back to that time where everybody was going places again.
Yes.
So you were able to do that in your earlier
Absolutely.
career, and then for some reason wrestling went stale for a 20-year period or 18-year period. You've been wrestling forever, so
He's 20.
How long have you been wrestling?
Almost 5 years.
Almost 5 years. And you've been wrestling
9 years.
So I have been combined still another 6 years. Actually, this week, I'm going to say this week, October 30th, is my 20-year anniversary.
Congrats.
Yeah, so just a little bit. And so now here I am, sitting in my underwear holding
So
a
if you're
teddy
watching
bear.
this, he sent presents to him, like you do Leva. So it's 20 years, folks. That's impressive. We'll throw up a party. I don't know. We'll do something.
But you guys won't even. When do you guys leave?
We leave November 11th.
Okay, awesome.
And we get back December 12th. So hopefully those.
It's going to be cold.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Especially coming from Florida and Atlanta, we're going to be cold.
But
I don't even own pants or sleeve shirts. So
No, honestly, this is the most clothes he wears. I am not lying to you. Funny story. So they needed a picture for us. That they asked for a picture. This is a true story. Everybody listening at home. So I send a picture, a normal picture like you would take for your passport.
Yes.
He sends a picture of him with his shirt off, like he's posing for some magazine.
They said they were only going to use the neck up, right. So I figured why
we come back. They answer. They're like, those are nice, but we'd like a picture.
Can we have one without with the shirt on?
Does your passport picture have a shirt on?
I doubt it does.
Tank top. You can see the strap.
So I don't want to take this away from you. Since we're talking about crazy passport pictures, I want to talk about Hack Myers. Hack Myers, you're aware from ECW.
Yes.
His passport picture, which you should probably steal this. Hack Myers was not in always the best frame of mind at times, wrestling in the 90s. They took him to the passport office, said, Hack, look at the camera. And he went, ah! And that was his passport picture. So if you can do that,
man,
I will. If you can do that for a passport picture,
impressive. Yeah. I don't know if they'd print those out nowadays. I'm already scary enough.
Not nowadays, anyways.
It's just, I will say this when he said we're a tag team. Rarely, there's not a lot of tag teams anymore. And
absolutely, it's
pure
tag team.
I actually think that's why we're getting this opportunity, because a lot of people in wrestling prefer to be singles wrestlers. And we know together we want to be. We know
we're something special as a tag team. Like we're something special as singles wrestlers, but together it's something on another level.
Right, yeah, tag teams nowadays are usually two singles guys thrown together. I mean, you look at some of the best tag teams out there, SCU, SoCal Uncensored, Frankie Kazarian, and Christopher Daniels. Both great individual wrestlers, great tag team, but people don't see them as a tag team. Whereas I'm absolutely thrilled that I'm sitting with an actual tag team. Like we don't see that anymore.
And we pride ourselves on that. We want to bring eyes. We want to bring eyes back on to tag team wrestling, and I think it's a lost art in the United States.
So before we wrap up here, of course you know all about the Milo Beasley Show Top 5. Where I ask a random question. Do you guys want like two separate questions, or do you guys want to tag team?
We'll tag team the questions.
Tag team these questions. All right. Yeah. Halloween is next week. Top 5 favorite Halloween movies.
Okay. So, there's a funny story as how we do.
Okay.
we describe ourselves to help younger tag teams of how to fight us is we're Mike Myers and Jason. Yeah. That's how.
Yeah. That's
us in the ring.
So those would probably be both. That it's a franchise, so I would have to go.
Halloween, Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
classic.
Since Jason didn't come to the second one, so
right.
It was his mom in the first. Oh,
see, and then
spoiler. If you haven't seen Friday,
you haven't seen it. 40 years ago.
30 years.
Jamie Lee Curtis is back, and apparently Fox News is mad that she's using fake guns on fake monsters.
Yes, I hear. Okay, so that was that 1 or 2 that we said?
Let's do those 2. Okay,
so
Halloween, Friday the 13th.
Yes.
And then I'm throwing in Hellraiser. Those are amazing, and I feel like nobody brings them up anymore.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, Hellraiser.
2 movies that scared the living piss out of me when I was a kid. Freddy. Scared the living, because he could get you in your dreams.
Right.
Could never go to sleep.
You can't go to sleep.
Yeah.
Also, this is personally for me.
Okay.
And it ruined clowns for the rest of my life. And it's not a Halloween movie, but I can't do it. I can't watch anything about
the old one or new one?
I like the old one.
Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Let me explain.
The new one's good, but
I'm terrified. I associate them because of Tim Curry. You ruined drag queens and clowns for me for my whole life. So Tim Curry, if you're watching this somewhere, it's your fault that I have an irrational fear of both. Because
what about drag queen clowns?
Have you seen them? They're absolutely.
I was throwing that out there. What do you?
Because they're absolutely terrifying.
This is a genre?
No, it's a whole scene, and they're scary as hell, and they're huge. They're not little. They're huge. So they're like,
All right. So
and they have blood, and it's just absolutely amazing.
Before I wrap up, I would be remiss if I didn't mention this tattoo. Can you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
This is Mjolnir.
Yes.
Thor's magical mallet, and I got this when I was 19. It says Viking Power and Runes, and it's an ode to the Norwegian powerlifters and strongmen, because that's what I did before I came into wrestling. I was a powerlifter. Yeah, I competed in powerlifting for like 5 years. So
all right, so
that was
and I did football.
All right, so the band's picking up. We're about to rock and roll. So where can folks find you on the social medias real quick if they want to follow all your escapades in Japan?
Well, Parrow _ is my Twitter, and Parrow49 is my Instagram, and
Odinson of Asgard.
Super simple.
That's Instagram and Twitter.
And of course, you can find me on all the socials at The Wrestling Bum. Check out all previously 220 something episodes of our show without Parrow.
Yeah, go back to the first ones. You'll see that I'm in them.
The first one is one of my absolute favorite. I will watch that.
Now.
It's fantastic. So thank you for watching.
200 and some odd episodes, bro.
Yeah. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. My guest this week, finally, Jamie Senegal, right? Did I pronounce it right?
Yes, that's
just like
me.
Like the country?
Yep, the country. It's my favorite country.
Is it? Do you know where it's at?
Africa.
Africa.
Fun fact: I used to be able to draw the entire Africa map off the top of my head.
Is it because of Senegal, or just because of?
So Senegal happened because when I was doing it, I liked the way it looked with my handwriting on it.